Today on the show, quick and easy VPN setups for all your traffic tunneling needs, a visit to the RSA Conference, and Ubuntu Folder Encryption. All that and more this time on Hak5.
This segment is brought to you by Untangle.
Hello and welcome to Hak5. My name is Darren Kitchen and this is your weekly dose of techno-lust, and this week I am coming to you guys from Amsterdam. I am at the Technologia Incognita. I totally mispronounced that. Anyway, it's techinc.nl is the place where you need to go to find this hackerspace, and I'm having a Hertog something. It's the Herp Derp beer here at the Amsterdam, and it's actually really good. So I'm excited to be doing this, and been getting great feedback on the tour, and want to thank you for all of that contributed stuff. Stay tuned for some big announcements with other big tours in mind. But today, the kind of concept that I want to get into is VPNs. I know that we've talked about this a little bit in the past here with Adito and some of the other virtual private network technologies, but considering that I'm hacking through Europe, and obviously I'm concerned about my security, as we all should be, my privacy, and going through borders and things of that nature, I never want to be just like out there on the open internet without tunneling my traffic, and in so many ways, just for the simplicity of, say, even just booking a flight where I can't do so if my IP address is coming from Europe because my credit card is in the United States. Things of that nature really helps, and so I guess I don't need to sell you on the concept. You guys already know, and I wanted to show you what I'm using this time for Hack Across Europe for my VPN server, because changed it up a bit. I used to use OpenVPN, and I used that because it was really easy to set up with Adito and whatnot. And I'm going to show some other really easy ways to get set up if you don't want to set up like a virtual private server, if say you just got a spare machine at home. But if you do have like a virtual private server, anything running Linux, there's a really easy way to set up PopTop. Now, PopTop is a PPTP daemon, or a point-to-point tunneling protocol daemon. And the reason that I choose PPTP as opposed to IPsec or some of the other VPN technologies is because it's pretty ubiquitous when it comes to like mobile phones. Specifically, that's what I wanted. I wanted the same thing that I use on my laptop to be able to use on my Android phone, so I can go everywhere and get connected wherever, not have to think too much about the what packets are leaking out wherever. S-Shuttle is what I mainly use on my laptop, but I do like the flexibility of a PPTP, and so it's no more difficult to set up than an SSH server, really, but you do need SSH into your VPS. So I'm already SSH'd into my VPS, and what I want to show you is this awesome script here. And I got this script over at putdispenserhere.com. This is an awesome blog where a security researcher demonstrated how there's pizza happening. Yeah, it's good HackerSpace. Okay, so we're going to use this script to set up very quickly and easily on Debian here, or in Ubuntu, a PopTop server. It's really simple. Check this out. So here's a script, and if you go through this, basically oops, that was catting it. I don't want to cat it. I want to, here, we'll use Nano. It's an interactive PopTop installer, which is really nice because it sets up the IP tables for you. It sets up all of the configuration scripts. It even walks you through setting up your first user. I've done this the long way before. After having seen this, there's really no reason not to use this. I will point out that there's a caveat in that the script that you're going to find at putdispenser.here makes a reference to an IP address expecting to get the IP address from ifconfig vnet 0:0. Now, if that is not your server, if you are not doing an OpenVZ server, it's not going to be that. In fact, on this server here that I'm on, if I ifconfig, I see that it's just regular ETH0 for my LAN interface. So really, it's just a matter of changing that out down here, and I've already done this. So just change your interface so that it makes sense. So instead of VNet 0, in my case, it's ETH 0. Other than that, I really haven't had to make any tweaks to this. You can see what it does is, it does an apt-get update, apt-get installed pptpd, which is PopTop, and then it goes ahead and creates the configuration file with a little cat action, and from there it just walks you through some basic setups with some ifs and stuff. It's really an easy setup script, but it's just a nice thing to quickly and easily get going. So let's go ahead and issue this. I've already set up the script as executable, and so I get prompted here if I want to set up a new PopTop server and create a user or create additional users. So I'll go ahead and walk through setting up the server. I'm going to give it a username. I'm going to give it a password. Oh yeah. And it's doing an apt-get update. And there we go. It's server setup is complete. Go ahead and point my connection over to this IP address with this username and this password. That's it. And in fact, let's go ahead and walk through what this did. So in /etc/ppp, you're going to find the options here. First and foremost, you're going to see, if I nano this, pptpd tac options, and this is where it sets up all of those options. One thing that you may want to do is comment out default route or no default route. This is setting it so that when your device connects to this VPN, it won't automatically set this as its default gateway to the internet. It will use what it currently has. That's nice if you just want to be able to VPN into a network to have access to that network's resources, but for what I'm trying to do with tunneling all of my traffic, I want to make sure that everything goes through this VPN, so I'm going to comment that out. The other important file here is chap-secrets, and if I come in here, you'll see that I've actually already done this, so I have this listed in here twice, so I'll just delete that out. But basically, you just give it a name of the client, an asterisk for the server, because we only have one server, the secret, or the password, in this case, lame password, and for the IP address, asterisk, because it's going to be assigned by DHCP. I will note, again, back in PPTP options, we do want to make sure it's refusing MS-CHAP, it's refusing CHAP, it's refusing PAP. These are authentication protocols that are horrible. In fact, even MS-CHAP v2 I'm not the most keen on, but I do feel better using this than not using anything at all. And like I said, it's built into iOS, Android, and you can get clients very easily for Linux. There's native support in OS 10 and in Windows. So I think PPTP is a pretty good option in that case. You can also set your DNS servers here, in this case just Google's. So with all of that, I'm going to go ahead and restart the server. Let's see, with a /etc/init.d pptpd and then restart, since I've made configuration changes, and there we go, we're set. Now I've already set up a DNS pointed to this server, so it's very easy to go ahead and configure, in this case, my phone. So let's go ahead and configure my phone. Alright, so here we are on my Android phone, and the first thing I want to do is check for portals that I can hack. No, I'm sorry, what I need to do is come down to Settings, under More, and you'll find VPN. And let's simply add a VPN network, and in this case, the name of it and the server address. So I'll call it Fig, because I like fruit. Fruit is really good, and again, it's automatically selected PPTP. It is nice that the newer versions of Android, you can get the IPsec support, so we can touch on that again later. But for the server address, it is, for me at least, the DNS, I've pointed fig.hak5.org. And that's it. I want to make sure that I'm using encryption. I can show advanced options and set my own DNS servers and forwarding if I need to. I don't, so I'm just going to go ahead and with the default save that and then touch on this, and it will ask for my username, which we set up as DK, and my password, lame password. Oops. Did I just misspell password?
Just fold from the slide.
And I will be lazy and save the account information. No, I won't. Let's not be lazy. All right, so connecting and connected, and you'll know you are because you'll notice at the top here you end up with a VPN is activated, and this is the same kind of software. We could go to internet and pull up like IP chicken. Or any other place that'll tell your IP address, and look at that. That is my US IP address. I'm now coming in from a server in New Jersey instead of Amsterdam, which is great because now I can watch Hulu and all that other fun stuff. But for the most part, what I'm concerned about is this is now an encrypted connection between, say, the Wi-Fi here at the HackerSpace and my private server. And I can also verify that things are going out the way that I want by going into a terminal. I like Better Terminal Emulator Pro, and run route and see, there we go, 173.214.164.136 as one of my as my default gateway, and there we go. And that's pretty much the setup, and this is the reason that I use this. It's quick and easy. It's just one little script. You can just run that and be rocking. And let me know what you guys think. And with all of that, we're gonna take a quick break, and then I'm gonna hand it over to Shannon in studio. Cheers.
Thinking about replacing your outdated firewall, your gateway, or UTM? Wondering how Untangle really stacks up? Well, you might be surprised. Untangle is the most complete solution out of the box. You can skip the multiple appliances, the hidden costs and add-ons, and the really annoying sales reps. Whether you're looking for a hardware, software, or a virtualized solution, Untangle gets the job done for a lot less cash. You can run Untangle in your network free for no commitment just by installing it on commodity PC hardware. If you just need minimum protection, run the Lite package. It's open source, it's always free of charge, and if you need a full feature solution with advanced web filtering, application control, policy management, and bandwidth control, you'll want the premium package. It includes every single app that Untangle makes. Hak5 viewers get a free 14-day trial of all the Untangle premium package apps, and you'll save 20% off list price with the promo code HAK5. Just visit untangle.com/Hak5.
Hey guys, so we decided to head up to the RSA Conference 2013 over in San Francisco. Just a quick drive over the bridge, and they're having it over at the Moscone Center again this year. I know the RSA Conference is a little bit more enterprise and it's very leaning towards companies, but I figured it's worth a try. We're gonna go check it out, make a quick visit out of it, get some swag, and see what kind of interviews we can come home with. Check it out. Hey guys, I'm here at the RSA Conference in San Francisco year 2013, and I found Tylera and Mr. Bob Dowd. Bob, hi, how are you doing today?
Nice to meet you, thanks.
You too. Now, forgive me, I've never heard of Tylera, but I hear that it's pretty cool. Tell me a little bit about your company.
Well, Tylera is a very exciting company. We've been around, came out of stealth mode in 2007. It's originally an MIT spin-out. We are the leader in many core processors, meaning we're putting a lot of compute on a chip through replication of lots of cores. So we deliver really, really high performance, and our architecture is very low power and therefore very power efficient.
Now, what do you guys suggest that I would use this for mainly?
Well, we're here at the RSA Conference, and a lot of the people here on the show floor are using Tylera chips to run their engines. Intrusion detection, intrusion prevention, denial of service prevention, encryption, decryption, IPsec, SSL. Lots of security applications are very appropriate to run on this chip.
Now, is this something that a video gamer would appreciate, or is this more related towards infrastructure and like data analysis?
Yeah, so our target markets are mostly infrastructure. So we sell to companies building embedded appliances or servers or the like for really high throughput applications in the infrastructure.
Can you give me an example of a new one that you have out? Because I heard you had a new one coming out this year.
That's right. We have just announced the Tile GX72. So we have 72 processor cores on one chip, 80 gigabits of I/O, PCI Express, memory controllers. It's a complete system on a chip.
Now you said it was low power too. Is that the big thing that makes you different from other processors out there?
Well, there's really a few things. So one of them certainly is our power efficiency, getting more compute per watt, which matters in applications where you have a thermal limit. And just about every appliance does. It can only support so much wattage. That's very important. But just raw compute and the ability to manipulate packets really quickly at wire speed for even minimum packet sizes.
That's awesome. Now, a lot of our audience they're the open source people, they're the Linux geeks, and a lot of them own companies out there where they need to do data loss prevention and things like that. Are you guys open source, or how does that work for you?
Yeah, absolutely. Tyler has been very friendly to the open source community. We run Linux on the chip. We run lots of open source applications. All our development environment is open. So we're really kind of anti-boutique programming or special languages. We want to open it up to the average programmer.
That's wonderful. It's so good to hear that you guys keep it open and keep it, open source for everybody and easy to use. That's so important. No proprietary code. I hate that stuff. Bob, thank you very much for speaking to me about this, and I definitely have to check out the big board back there. What's going on with that one?
Yeah, absolutely. So maybe we can give you a tour of the appliance over here. So the new chip we just announced was the GX72. Here it is in our server box. 72 cores there, 80 gig of I/O on the rear panel. I think we have something like 32 gigabytes of DRAM on there. And yeah, you program in C and C++ and Java in a Linux 3.0 kernel.
That's beautiful. Now, where can I find more information? Last question, I swear.
So Tilera.com, www.tilera.com.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Bob. It was good speaking to you.